Yo, what up? What the fuck, dude? Jesus, where's
It caught
Hugh?
me off guard.
Fuck it, where's Hugh? Jesus Christ, are you serious right now? This is the last time you're on the show. Everyone, this is Rich's last show. So it's going to be an enjoyable one.
It's been fun.
Oh my God. So what's up, dude?
Not much, man. What are you doing?
Nothing.
How's the weather up there?
Fucking so stupid, man. So stupid. It's fucking right on the verge of like we can snow, but we're not going to. But we're going to see how much rain we can dump on you because we want to make your lives miserable and keep it right at 36 degrees.
You live in North Carolina. So.
This is true. Weather's bipolar like most of the toothless wonders here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Raleigh. How you doing?
Hey, Raleigh. Hey, Raleigh. Well, everyone, thank you for joining the Liberty Risk Podcast. I'm Billy.
I'm Rich.
And Hugh has a work obligation. Yeah, not Hugh. Hugh has a work obligation tonight, so he's not able to be here because he's crushing it at his new job up there in Maine, Canada. I guess right? Maine, Canada is that Maine is technically Canada.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I feel like Canadians are more American than Maine people. What do you call them? Mainites? Mainers?
What you know what? That's a good idea. What do you call people from Maine? Like, I want to fucking I'm looking this up real quick while we're fucking here. What do you call people from Maine?
I went to Maine once, and
Mainers. They're called Mainers or Downeasters.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling Hugh a Downeaster.
What the fuck?
I don't know. What? I mean, what's the origin of that? This is a great start to the show.
This is on moving.com. I don't know how credible this fucking source is.
Well, it's a website. It's the internet. Of course it's trustworthy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's on the internet machine.
Yeah.
What do you call people from Maine?
Al Gore wouldn't let it be on the internet that he created if it wasn't true.
Let me see what this shit is. Anyway,
I liked Maine. It was just cold and snowy, and it was like July. No, that's not true. No, I can't even make that up. It was like April. But I don't know. I'm not a cold person. I was having this discussion with a friend of mine the other day. I hate cold. Because
you lived in Georgia your whole fucking life, right?
Well, ish. South Carolina and Florida, but
shut the fuck up right now. Knock that bullshit off. That's stupid. I can't even take you seriously. Continue.
But like I don't have good circulation to my fingers and my toesies.
Ginger.
It is. Yeah. So like when I get cold,
pieces of your soul leave your fucking body slowly.
There's no pieces left.
Or is it? No, I'm sorry. What are they called? Soul sucking gingers? Is that what it is? You ever watch that show Archer, the cartoon?
Yes.
Yes. He's like, Lana, are you a soul sucking ginger? Why'd you dye your hair? She's like, don't say that.
Yeah, there was this when I was in AD training for Geico. Oh yeah, I work for Geico. I know I've never said that, but I work for Geico, and I was going through auto damage adjusting training, and there was this girl there, and like she's like, now people, I just need to tell you right now, I am an ordained pastor. I am a minister. I'm actually working on Easter lessons now. That tells you anything. Anyway, so she's like super like freakadika Christian, like super far right wing, like, you know, and I'm pretty sure she got married right after school, and she's in her late 20s. I'm pretty sure she was a virgin by choice.
Okay, keep going.
But anyways,
no, just keep going.
She was like
a virgin by choice.
Yeah,
I think
she was like, somebody asked her if she had been in a group with me yet for training, and she was like, no. And they're like, okay, just don't really talk to him. And they're like, she was like, oh, okay, whatever. So then she's all bubbly, you know, talky or whatever. And she comes up to me and she goes, why would people tell me not to talk to you? I was like, because when you talk to me, I suck your soul out. And she went, I was like, what are you laughing at? And she was like, what? You can't do that. And I was like, the devil told me I could. And she was like, oh, and she turned around, walked off, and never spoke to me again. So I buy into it that I'm a soul sucker. I will.
There you go.
I'm a ginger through and through, baby.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Hey,
There's nothing.
Just own it. Just own it.
My leg hairs are red.
Oh God, dude, don't come on, man. We gotta do all that. We gotta do all that craziness. So, dude, I know we don't usually talk about this on here, but it was the Super Bowl, and it's
but we're the sports guys, right? I mean,
I know. Well, Hugh is too. Hugh's a huge football fan. He's a Seahawks fan, which I mean, whatever. But you know, that's a good, cool, great. But that one watching the game, it was weird with all the cutouts, like the cutouts in the stands. That threw me off, and then like the fake crowd noise.
Yeah,
overlaid on top of the real crowd noise.
Yeah. So there was 25,000 people there. Right? Is that what I heard? I heard there was 25,000 people there. And I was like, why are they putting in crowd noise? Like, it's 25,000 people, and I'm sure the most of them are Bucs fans. So I guess they're trying to make it sound neutral, but
whatever. Like, it was just a very weird Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, it was I don't know. It just felt very, very different. We got to so everyone, we're streaming on Twitch now, so you can find us on Twitch. And it's cool because we got
Fatboy745.
New England Patriots are the best. I mean, the Pats dynasty overall.
But can you say that now, though? Can you say that, though? I mean, I just think look, I was a firm believer. It was Belichick and Brady.
This is great. Right? He followed up. Not Cam. Cam is bad.
Yeah, Cam is very bad.
Very well said. Very well said. Very well said.
Listen,
but what was really cool?
Cam's only good if you need to like ascertain, say, a laptop.
You know what was really cool though, and my daughter said this too. My oldest daughter, she said, "Daddy, is that a girl at the game?" And I said, "Yeah, honey, that's the first female to officiate the Super Bowl," which was pretty fucking cool. Pretty fucking cool. So
I just want to say,
it was pretty badass.
She runs the same position that I run on Friday nights in high school, and I by no means look nearly as good as her. Edelman has the dropsies. That is true.
That is very true.
Do you know that Fatboy745?
No. So like I said, we're streaming on Twitch now. So hopefully we'll get
that's awesome.
People are following us, going to start following us on Twitch and enjoy the show and everything like that. And, they'll be able to look us up on our website and everything like that. So this is new for me as, for us as the podcast to be streaming there.
Well, I walked away from playing a video game to come be on the podcast.
Yeah. Like he just said, I was just looking around. Well, I appreciate you watching. Absolutely appreciate you watching. So, I mean, we're going to have the link up there on our website that we just had created at libertyriskpodcast.com. So the link to our Twitch channel will be up there here within the next few days. So it's pretty cool. So I'm still trying to figure it out from a podcast standpoint. I used to have a Twitch channel, as I mentioned on the last podcast, because I was a gamer. Shoot us a private message, and I'll send you a link on where to get it, bud.
For sure.
Yeah, that's a veteran, especially if your dad's a veteran or a first responder. That's specifically what they're for.
Well, I would hope that his dad's a first responder since he asked about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But
that's awesome. Welcome Twitch world, and specifically Fatboy745.
Tell him thank you.
Tell him thank you for sure. Sure. I listened to their okay. Listen,
yeah, Danique said, but also your dad.
But I want to talk about her.
Yeah, there's some ladies that earn their own rings this Super Bowl. Yeah,
I want to talk about her because what I was saying is I officiate high school football, and she runs the same position as me, and so I watch a lot of her training stuff, like her mentality, her thinking on the field for each play. And if you go, I mean, look, you guys, I get it. People probably won't do this, but I watch the officials. Dude, she's one of the best, like most accurate officials on the face of the planet. And I rarely say that, like, you know, oh, they probably just earned their time. They didn't really deserve to be there. No, first off, she's put in her time, but she's jumped a lot of other wing officials in NFL to get to the Super Bowl. It was not a publicity stunt. It was not, oh, let's just put a girl on this, you know, like the Big Ten did with an all African American officiating crew. It was nothing like that. She is bad to the bone. I would watch her officiate all day, every day, just to learn. Plus, she's hot, but to learn. And yeah, I mean, she was awesome, and she had the least amount of penalties for the night. So there's that too.
No, she definitely did. She definitely did an amazing job. She definitely
did a night that was riddled with yellow flags all of a sudden.
Dude, that was crazy. I couldn't get over the amount of pass interference and holding fucking penalties. It was
yeah.
Now, in a normal game, I'd be like, okay, they're just throwing the fucking game around. This is the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You're making like subpar bullshit mistakes.
Uh-huh.
And it was agitating to watch, but I mean, it happened. And
yeah. I mean, listen. The Chiefs' offensive line was beat up. They were missing a player. Their left tackle, which if you know anything about football, the left tackle is very, very important when your quarterback is right-handed, which Mahomes is. And so then they had to move people around. So they were missing one person, but they technically had three guys playing in positions they don't normally play in. I'm not giving them excuses by any means. The Chiefs got beat bad. They never even scored a touchdown. Like, think about that for just a second. And that was the biggest loss Patrick Mahomes has had since he was at Texas Tech. So, listen, it just is what it is. I'm not saying the penalties went one way or the other, or the NFL wanted Brady to win, or whatever was going around. But I say this: Bruce Arians is the oldest coach to win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady's the oldest quarterback to win a Super Bowl, I believe. And the dude's done it 8 times. So then that leads me to say, is the Patriots really a dynasty? Or was it truly just Brady being awesome with absolutely garbage? That's my thing is, I mean, other than the year he had Moss, he really had subpar players. And he made, I mean, look, you took Brady out of the equation. The New England Patriots, sorry, Fat Boy, I know you're a fan. The New England Patriots still have that basically the same setup, just with Scam Cam. Yeah, but 7 times with Brady. That's my only saying. That's my listen. I'm a Falcons fan. I hate the Patriots. Okay, I got so tired of hearing about 28-3 last night. I'm like, even I've let it go. You know, but. I just, he's amazing. He was fun to watch last night. He really was. If you bet on Gronk getting the first, if you know, you're fearing of those things. If you bet on Gronk getting the first touchdown.
Speaking of Gronk,
12-1, man.
It's Locase Marine. He's back. It's okay.
Yay! Chris, I was talking about you the other day, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope your ears were burning. I don't even remember what I was saying. I just was talking about the world's most okayest Marine. Because so this podcast gets watched by Geico people through the week that work in the Macon office. Nobody's in the office. They work in the Macon, Georgia office.
Nice.
And they watch the show because they've got to know me through Meg says there was football on. So they got to know the podcast through me. I'm not even entertaining that question. And and my time at Leashes of Valor and then Liberty Risk, how it all falls in line. So we actually get some views from Geico. So yeah. So that's I think that's pretty neat that we get those views of the week. But so I hope they don't say anything when I say this. If you bet on Gronk scoring that first touchdown, it paid out 12-1. 12-1.
What?
I was like, I think it was even, it might have been even higher for Antonio Brown. I don't remember, but I know it was 12-1. That's what somebody told me this morning. That they had thought about betting on it because it just seemed too hot. But then he wasn't really active during the playoffs, so it kind of makes sense. I know our veterans didn't sign up for football talk, but
I'm gonna kill her. Not really. I'm not really gonna kill anybody, but I'm gonna kill her.
Meg asked, "Did somebody make a home run?" Yes. Yeah, and it wasn't a Chief player,
but it was crazy. So like my biggest thing was the offensive line for the Chiefs wasn't there. It was gone.
Yeah.
The defense for the Bucs stepped their game up because that first game it was crazy for me. It was there's so many ex-Giants that were in the Super Bowl that beat the Patriots, so they played against Tom Brady, and now they're sitting there, destroying the Chiefs, winning a ring with Tom Brady. So it was kind of weird for that, like JPP and stuff like that. So, but Patrick Mahomes, what was it? 487.
Yeah. So he scrambled for 489 yards.
That's insane.
Think about that. So let me explain this to people like Meg. So you had the line of scrimmage. That's where the ball is snapped from. And all the yardage behind the line of scrimmage. So negative yardage. Okay. That's the scramble area for a quarterback. Okay. And so they have these things called computers that will measure how far he runs. Even if he runs on the same yard line, he runs parallel to the line of scrimmage. Parallel is like that, Meg. And if he runs around, they can measure all that. And so he scrambled because his offensive line couldn't handle 4 pass rushers, which is just stupid in the NFL. It shouldn't be that way, but they couldn't handle those 4, and it was 489 yards. That's so stupid.
That's insane, bro. Like, that's absolutely insane. But like, and to Patrick Mahomes' credit, the dude's insanely athletic. Like, he's absolutely insanely athletic. And some of the throws that he was getting off just to prevent the lost yardage. I mean, there was a couple of times he was like 3rd and 33, 2nd and 28. Like that for someone like in high school, when I played JV football, I was a quarterback. So like to sit there and, be behind center and you're like, oh, it's 2nd and 28. Fuck.
We literally don't. We don't have a play for this. 3rd
and 33. Fuck. Coach, can I spike the ball? I want to go home. You know what I mean? So it's like, but he got, and we talked about this earlier, he got that one play off where I think it was was it JPP? I can't remember. So. It might have been JPP, but he was parallel to the ground. He was like 1.5 feet off the ground, throwing underarm, sidearm.
Yeah.
And almost threw a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
It wasn't for the shit receiver that dropped the ball. That would have been.
It's just crazy to me, right? Because they have Sammy Watkins, they have Brown, they have I'm sorry, not Brown. They have Robinson, they have Miko Hardeman, who actually is from right down the road here, and Tyreek Hill, huh?
Yeah,
good plug. I know. Good plug. Listen, I'm good at plugging. I have 3 kids, and so
what? If we're good at plugging, or a little fuck trophies that we have.
Yeah. He has 4 of the best receivers ever. Like not. He's got 1 or 2, with Moss and Edelman, who has the dropsies, but he had 4 of the best to ever do it. And he had Edwards-Helaire, who I think is going to end up being one of the greatest running backs of all time. And he could not connect. It was just, I don't understand. It was like, how do you win on such a big stage last year and then just blow it all up? I don't understand. But I hope Eric Bieniemy, who is the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs, already has a job lined up, because I am sure that after that game, he doesn't have a job, because there was no plan B. It was plan A. We're going to do it this way. Oh, what do you mean the Bucs are I've got us figured out. Well, let's keep doing it. Maybe they'll stop figuring us out. And I don't understand that concept.
It was just insane. It was I don't usually when it's a big game like that, no matter what the score is, like when they're running the score up, like when the Cowboys used to do they won that Super Bowl 55-10 against the Bills and stuff like that. I still watch the game because to me, I'm like, it's a Super Bowl. It's once a year. Just finish the game, and so, but like, what'd you think? My biggest thing is, both us being vets. What'd you think of the national anthem?
The game was really good.
That was the most trash national anthem I've ever heard.
Like it was
trash.
It would have been good if it was just Eric Church, right? And it would have been good if it was just Jasmine Sullivan.
It was not a good blend of musicians.
And it was good when they first started kind of meshing together. But at some point, fat bellies with sweat and lint started meshing and making gross sounds. And all of a sudden, they called that the end of the national anthem. And yes, the anthem.
He said Fatboy 745 said the anthem was so bad it was a disgrace. It was.
I agree. I agree.
It was trash. It was a dumpster fire. Like it was literally like. I'd rather listen to like fucking a room full of screaming babies than that anthem. It was bad. Now the halftime show, I enjoyed the halftime show.
I did not watch the halftime show.
So to me, the halftime show,
I was partaking in extracurricular activities.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. So, so I like the halftime show because
I was drinking. Geico people, go ahead.
The Weeknd, the music artist, The Weeknd, he used the whole field instead of just being on a stage and like doing a show like on the stage. He literally used the entire field. So he had all these. It was this big choreographed group of dancers that wore like the bandage masks. I still like, and I guess from what I've been reading all over social media and the news outlets, they're still trying to figure out what the meaning behind these bandage masks.
Right, because there has to be a meeting.
So
there has to be.
Well, he wore one. I think it was at the Grammys or another award show or something like that a few months ago, and they were like, "What is that?" And like, no one really knew. And then now he didn't wear it, but all the dancers wore it, and it was kind of crazy because they had these gloves with these huge LED lights on. And whatever, I don't know, that sounds corny because I do all the producing, so I'm always into like the camera angles are right, make sure everything's crisp and clean, or mics are working and all that stuff. But if you watch the halftime show, if you go back and watch it, when they were doing it, there were all these glare lines that were going up and down out of the lights. But the way it looked silhouetted. So, and if you look back at the game, if you notice the cameras, they would zoom in on Brady and everything behind them was blurred. They were using these high def cameras and these 4K cameras, and they were getting. I just love what they're doing with the cameras now. I think they had 125 cameras. They said at the game, which is insane. Because they had that where KC stopped that one touchdown, and they're like, "Oh." And who was it? Tony Romo was like, "Oh, they scored. And the other announcer was like, "No, they didn't." He goes, "We have 125 cameras at the game. I'm sure we'll be able to see it."
Yeah, and then the best view they had was from over the top, and it was 2 yards behind the play. But anyway, so let me start.
Yeah,
it's 2021. How do we still not have that shot? Anyways, I will say, I think it was the coin toss. My wife was like,
Chris said, "Jock straps on the faces, Billy." It kind of looked like
that. You got to give Weeknd credit. Is it The Weeknd? I don't know. I don't listen to his music. Is he an artist? Is he a songwriter?
Weeknd, yeah, he's like hip hop, pop, mainstream stuff. You would know his song if it came on. It's like it's on every radio station.
I have kids. They enjoy the pop musics. I mean, I do sometimes. Anyways, I give credit to The Weeknd. He paid for the whole thing himself. There was no funding there from Pepsi like in the past. So
which was very cool. Cool.
I thought that was neat of him. I mean, there's only a few artists who can really pull that off, and I guess he's one of them. I listen, like him or hate him, you can't. And listen, I don't want to sound like a curmudgeon or anything like that. I know I get on the show and I sound like that all the time. You kids with your pansy ass Navy these days. Anyways, but when Prince did his halftime show, you can't compete with that. But Prince and Aerosmith, and I get it, rock and roll, whatever. And yes, I'm a rock guy. You guys learned that a couple weeks ago when I did the interview. But
yeah, it was a good interview.
And he was just standing there. Yes, I get it. It's rock and roll. But to me, the halftime show, it gets so watered down because they try to pull 5 or 6 different artists, and you end up with the Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and Madonna, and you end up all that. But I just I was impressed that he did it by himself. I'm impressed he paid for it. Obviously, I didn't watch it, but I didn't watch it because I was outside in a bonfire, chilling out with my friends and my family. So, why are you so okayed? Where's OKD? Old. Wow. Well, I'm not old. I'm only 37, so I'm not old. So you can suck it. You're older than me, right?
Yeah, I'm older than you.
Yeah, don't worry. We don't need to know your age. A nice gentleman doesn't ask a lady her age. So the Super Bowl happened.
Good to have you on your guest.
Hey, so I want to tell a story because I had something happen to me. I was telling you this in the green room, and it really pissed me off so much so that I actually went on Google and wrote a bad review for an establishment. So I was hanging out with the boys Friday night. We had baseball clinic this past weekend. So we finished clinic, and then we were going over to one of them's house to hang out. So, of course, what do we do when we stop, when we're going to all hang out? We get some cervezas. And, yeah. And listen, I had finished my water for the day, okay? And so our regular place was closed. For some reason, they closed at 10 or whatever. I don't know. It seems stupid. Athens sorted for you. So we went to this other one, and we walked in immediately. It was gross. It seemed seedy. It seemed nasty. But I had just gotten out of the car. I was in a hurry to get in and get out. I didn't want to be in there very long, so I didn't wear my mask, okay? Listen, I've been wearing a mask lately because I just don't feel like getting in fights with people, and it's already bad enough I have a dog attached to me coming to some of these establishments. I mean, I've had like 3 different places tell me I can't come in with my dog, and I just use the old Matt line, yes, I can, and then keep moving. So I just didn't grab my mask. It was my fault, whatever. But I go in and I walk in, nobody says a word to me. Nobody says anything. I'm like, so we're shopping, we're finding the beer we want. Because we're like girls at a makeup store when we go in a beer place. Like, we don't just grab Michelob Ultra.
Dude, yes. I know. Yeah, of course.
Any true
Ultra beer drinker is.
Yeah, and listen, I had something specific I was looking for. They didn't have it, so I went with Los Bravos, which if you've been watching the show for very long, you know that I love this beer. So it's made by Terrapin, which is here in Athens. And so I just grabbed some Los Bravos. My buddies, they're way bigger beer snobs than me, and they were looking.
Such a beer snob.
They were looking for something. One of the other ones, he was trying to front, so he was looking at whiskey. He's like, I try expensive whiskey, blah, 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 blah. And my buddy's like, yeah, that's kind of stupid because I don't care about expensive whiskey, and like Richard really knows his whiskey. So you're kind of barking.
Speaking of drinking, Jeannie said I'm 59 minutes late to tell Robert he sucks.
Who's Robert?
Watch. Hold on. This is going to make sense in a minute. Then she wrote, I'm 59 minutes late to tell Rich he sucks. Then she goes, 29 minutes. I don't know. I'm drunk.
Atta girl. Atta girl. Jeannie, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. So who's Robert? I was like, hold on. This will make sense. I got to play this up. It's going to build.
I know what she was doing. Everybody does it. So we all have our beer, whatever. I'm like, I'm ready to go. So I go to check out, and I've got Carrie attached to me, and whatever. And I don't have
a mask for those who don't know, Carrie is his service dog, not like I got my wife right here. Like,
no, it would be the other way around. And hey, Jenny. Listen, Jenny, some weird stuff's been said about you lately on our chat. Anyway, so I go to check out and the guy's like, hey, do you have a mask? I'm like, no, I don't have a mask. I was like, I actually have a medical condition that keeps me from wearing the mask, which is actually true because my counselor told me because I have anxiety, I don't have to wear the mask. I have anxiety, which is why I have Carrie. Anyways, so he's like, oh, man, you've got to wear a mask. I was like, listen, I understand. I was like, the law that you guys are using, that Clark County passed, which is where Athens is. I was like, it actually says in the bottom, with the exception of medical conditions, which I technically have asthma and I don't anymore, but I have asthma and anxiety. It's two medical conditions that keep you from wearing it. And so this girl, I don't even know where she came from. I'm just saying like her origins may have been Far East, but whatever. And she was like, this is a private establishment and we can we don't have to serve you. I was like, okay, first off, nobody said you had to serve me. Second off, I have a medical condition which is clearly stated in your mayoral executive order. And the dude looks at me, yo, man, listen. I didn't even tell you this part in the agreement. This is what blew my mind. He goes, if you want to go outside, I can do a curbside sale there without your mask, but I can't do it in here.
What?
It gets better. So wait, I was like,
hold up. So they're just going to walk outside with you and sell you the beer on the curb. Instead of just staying inside and paying at the register.
So
okay,
I walk over to my buddies and I'm like, hey guys, oh man, it's gonna get better. Your brain hurts now. Wait. And so I walk over to my buddies. I'm like, hey, can one of y'all pay for this? And one of them was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'll just Venmo you the money. He's like, sure. Now I didn't leave the establishment. I stood there with them and I walked with them through the checkout line. We literally stood next to each other in the checkout line. And they didn't say a word. They sold my beer to my buddy who had on a mask while I stood next to him without a mask. I actually Venmo'd him while we stood there. So technically, I paid for my beer standing there.
Jeannie said, I mean, I just got beer delivered. America.
Well,
that is I hate North Carolina for the simple fact that so where I grew up on Long Island was you go to a bevy, a beer or a package store.
Right.
And you have everything. Beer, wine, liquor, mixers, everything in the one store. I walk into the ABC, which for those that don't know is alcohol and beverage control.
Yeah.
Because it's all controlled by the state. I walk into the ABC store and they're like, we just sell the basics. There's 3 aisles. And that's your choices. What?
What? What did you say to me?
That doesn't work. Let's do this again. I'm gonna walk out,
come back in,
blink twice, come back in, and it's gonna be fixed. And it sucks. So when I go back home to see my family on Long Island, which is like once a year, I had to actually budget money aside to go home to buy the alcohol that I want so that I could bring it back because I'm like, I feel like I've got the golden ticket. Like, I feel like I won a fucking prize. Like it's so ridiculous. I just don't understand it. But then you look on TV shows, like was it the Moonshine Runners TV show?
Oh yeah, Moonshiners.
And then they're talking about counties that are like 3 hours west of me, and I'm like, oh, that's why there's an ABC store. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. No.
Yes, ABC liquor. Haha, it's so funny. Great.
Oh wow, Jenny is drunk. So I love her. I've never even met her, and
she is one of our. Did she get her top fan badge back yet?
I don't know. I think I might have lost mine, but I've been. It's all right.
We've had people write in about the top fan badge. We don't control that, by the way.
Yeah. We don't control that.
That's Facebook. Facebook does that.
It's based on how many times you comment.
She's
on
making
content.
fun of your accent. She's like, "It's Jeannie."
What did I say?
You She thinks you're saying Jenny.
Jeannie. I know. That's what I'm saying.
I know, but I'm trying to tell her you have an accent. She called you a hoe, by the way.
Listen. Wish I was. I'm from the South. I don't care. I'm a redneck. I grew up on everybody knows NASCAR started with moonshine running. I grew up on the road that moonshine running started on. So listen, yeah. I've got a rich history with moonshine, and I will tell you this. They can't sell moonshine in ABC, if you know what I mean.
No.
So
no, I remember the first time I get told frequently here. What? Jeannie just said I just got banned for calling Rich a hoe.
What? Tell her to log in with her other one. Anyways. What?
Let me see.
I don't. Man, see, this is. Oh God, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
What? Oh my God! Hold on.
Did she really?
This is not. First off, I want to say this is not us. We had nothing to do with this. This is absolutely in.
Have we been blocked?
I don't know. No, we haven't been blocked.
Oh boy, he's pulling up the screen. Oh. That's stupid. Did somebody didn't report that because it looks totally different if somebody reports it.
I think that's just damn.
Listen,
that kind of hurt.
Yeah, because I'm not kidding. She is one of my favorite people. So, I remember when she and I both got our top fan badges, and then I got top fan +1. So I was higher in the hierarchy. So. I'm not going to say anything else about her because she can't comment unless she logs on her alt account. I don't even know if it's a fan of this, but man.
Wow, that's messed up.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed. No, I am pissed. I'm not even kinda. And I'm hangry, so there's that too. Wow.
You are hangry? What are you going to have for dinner tonight?
My mom.
I made some fresh Alfredo, bro.
Shut up.
Yeah, bro. You know my Italian.
My mom went and got Chinese, so we'll eat Chinese food.
Nice.
From the
pan fried dumplings. Pan fried dumplings. Those are my favorite.
No, I have muga gai pan with brown sauce. So we actually have a place here near us that they make it specially for us. So when we order it, they're like, "Oh, how's your family?" And yeah, they actually because my dad passed away in November, so they actually came and they actually sent flowers or something. It was really cool. I think it's neat. That's how much we go to that restaurant, which is not good. It's not good that we eat out that much. We don't though.
It's okay though. It's very
we don't.
Okay.
We don't. We did wings yesterday. I was impressed with us. Henceforth, we won't cook wings like that. We'll just order them. But we actually made wings yesterday. I was impressed with us. We had dip, salsa.
Nice.
God, we had like a regular football game party.
Yeah, I wish I was there.
Yeah, well, I haven't thrown one since the Falcons lost that 28-3 Super Bowl. I haven't done anything for a football game like that.
Really?
So.
Yeah. That still stings that much?
Yeah, man. I distinctly remember sitting in the rocking chair with this glider rocker. And I remember sitting in the glider chair, and all my friends they were at this party. And we had a lot of people here that night. They're like, "Oh man, this is awesome! It's 28-3. The Falcons are going to win this game. That's phenomenal. No one's ever come back from this." And I remember distinctly telling one of my friends, "Yeah, but Brady's on the other side of the ball." And I'm not saying that I jinx them. I don't believe in things like that. I kind of do.
Fat Boy 745.
Yeah, we are. Yes, we are.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to correct you. The Buffalo Bills.
Damn.
4 straight Super Bowls in the 90s that they lost. Boy, my good buddy Vinny that I grew up with. He grew up around the block from me.
You're so New Yorker.
Yeah, grew up around the block from me.
Long Island, Vinny.
Yeah, Long Island, New York. But yeah, it was, what did they say? What did Bills stand? Boy, I love losing Super Bowls is what Bills stand for. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls.
Yeah. Well, I thought they were going to win it this year. I really did.
No, they had a great team this year. They had a great team this year.
So good this year.
It was so good. And yes, they're about as good as the Giants had a shot at making last place. I love my team.
You guys had. Did y'all not have a shot to at least get in?
Yeah, but it's funny because our whole division had a losing record. So, like Washington, we had to beat. Who was it? What team purposely tanked their game?
The Eagles.
The Eagles tanked their game so that we wouldn't get in because they were playing the Redskins and they let the Redskins win. They tanked against the Redskins just so the Redskins could take first place so we wouldn't get the NFC East.
Yeah, well, Tom Brady left the Patriots and came to our division, so
have fun with that.
And there's Drew Brees.
Dude, I think it's his last season, dude.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, he signed. Well, you saw what he did, right? He took league minimum.
Yeah.
Open up cap space, and I think this is going to be his last season coming up, and that's going to be it.
I just
which
wish
is going to hurt.
Which
is going to hurt because to me,
he's
one
though?
of the. Yes. Yeah, because
he's not going to. He's not going to pull Peyton. He's not going to ride off into the sunset. He's already got an offer by CBS or NBC to come be a commentator.
No, I'm saying it's going to hurt not seeing him play the game. That's what I meant by that. It's going to hurt not seeing him play because
you only say that because your team isn't NFC East. If your team was an NFC South, you'd be like, see ya. Because that's how I feel.
I appreciate the quality of player he is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but I appreciate the quality of player he is.
I will say since I've been an official, which I've been 10 years now, 10 seasons, 9 seasons, I appreciate players more than I do really my team. Which is, I know, Fat Boy, you can say all you want about the Falcons. Yes, it's real easy not to appreciate my team. We have the number 3 pick for a reason. Just because the Giants couldn't get it. So,
not cool, bro. Not cool, bro. That's still
we're going to waste it. We're going to waste it.
Fuck football. I'm so focused on hockey right now, and my team sucks at hockey. Like, it's killing me. Like,
we don't even have hockey down here anymore.
You could be a Rangers fan and fucking cry like I do every night.
I do enjoy some playoff hockey though. I was talking to some friends the other night. There's just something about playoff hockey.
Fuck,
you know what I mean?
Bro. It's the best, bro.
Just different. It's just different than regular season. Not like NBA is different than the regular season as they are in the playoffs. It's like
playoff hockey.
It's like
brutal, bro.
Like each game matters. Even game 1, where it really doesn't matter.
Yes,
it matters
big time. So like. When the New York Rangers, I don't know if you remember when the Kings, the LA Kings won the Stanley Cup a few years ago.
5 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. So Henrik Lundqvist, which thank God, I mean, he was supposed to go to he left us. He was with us his whole career.
Did he go to the Capitals?
Well, he was supposed to, but he had this massive, massive heart surgery and he can't play anymore. So, which is cool because he actually did a live stream the other day because I follow him on Facebook and kind of talk. Like, I thought it was really cool. He actually talked to the fans. I was like, hey, I just want to let everyone. And he's in New York, just walking around and his, with his fucking jacket on, his scarf, his hat. He's like, hey, I'm doing good. I'm going out for my first walk. I just want to let everyone know that's been sending me messages. I really appreciate everything. It's because he's originally from Sweden, so he's like. He's like, New York is always going to be my home. I haven't even moved yet, even though I'm supposed to be with the Capitals. He goes, I'm going to live here for the rest of my life. And so it's amazing to see that he's doing good. But so the playoffs that year, they literally went to game 7 every playoff, like game 5 and then game 7, game 7, game 7, up until the Stanley Cup finals. But the Kings swept all their teams. So, like, by the time the Rangers got to the championship game, they played 4 more games than the Kings did because the Rangers went to the last game for every series up till the Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
so
that's
literally,
right.
Henrik Lundqvist, the reason he's like, we're lucky we even got to win it because he's like, we're all exhausted. He goes, we literally played more games, which is an excuse in the Stanley Cup, but it was nice just to see my team get to that level again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To get to the Cup finals. And the Kings were unstoppable that year. They were battling over people.
Let me say this because since this is very sports heavy tonight. And if you're not a sports fan,
I'm enjoying.
you'll be okay. I'm a huge Atlanta Braves fan. It's no secret. I mean, I drink.
It's so funny. All our teams are so against each other. Like I'm a Mets fan, and it's like
I drink the Los Bravos. Get it? I mean, I like it, but it just happens to be. I know, and you're a Mets fan, which is so funny to me because
we'll see about this season.
Okay, sure. It's easy to stack your lineup like you guys did. Anyways, and
Cy Young pitcher.
We just signed Marcell. Yeah, okay. We just signed Marcell Ozuna. Okay. Anyways, but there is one thing you and I can agree on, and that's you from your hockey side, me from my NBA side, and both of us from our baseball side. Fuck any team from DC. Whether it's the Nationals, the Capitals, or the Bullets, as they should be called.
So Jeannie's giving me an update real quick, not to stop you, but she just she just now got a 30-day ban.
Why?
Because of the comment.
Oh, God. Yeah, and let me say this. That's not us. I hope everybody knows that. That is not us. I mean, if you've watched any episodes of this, you know that is not us.
And she also said, hold on, she also said prior to that, I just went to get another shot and accidentally kicked the vacuum and broke my toenail.
Well,
you can't drink and be an athlete at the same time.
That's right. So Kaylin, put the vacuum up next time.
Don't fucking kick vacuums.
Can she still watch the show though? She just
for everyone watching, there's your PSA. Don't kick vacuums.
Don't kick vacuums.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Meg said that's so weird. She's big mad. She's mad.
Yeah, she's mad. Thanks for clarifying that, Meg. I don't even know what to say.
I know. I'm like at a loss for words. That's so stupid, but
I'm so pissed off.
It's
like
so
I'm
dumb.
pissed for her. But no, anything out of DC. Obviously, the Capitals, the Nationals, and what should be the Washington Bullets, the Wizards. Screw all of them. I would never be a fan. Like never. And it just agitates me when like Washington National fans, if you don't know, the Washington Nationals used to be the Montreal Expos. Now they're the Washington Nationals as of like, I don't know, what, 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
So stupid.
And people are like, I'm a lifelong Nationals fan. No, you're not.
No, you've been a Nationals fan since breakfast, you piece of shit. Shut up.
Yeah. Hit the road, Jack. All right. And I just no, I'm a lifelong Braves fan because guess what? The Atlanta Braves have been in Atlanta the whole time I've been alive. And you know, I don't know. I just don't like Washington fans. I don't like Washington teams. They're all the same color. They're all that red and navy blue. And they had Bryce Harper and you know, I say this. He's probably a good dude, but as an athlete, I legitimately cheered every time he hit the wall and got hurt in Atlanta. Because he got hurt in Atlanta quite often. Lifelong Red Sox. See, now that's what I'm talking about. You can be a lifelong Red Sox fan.
See, I love that. I love Red Sox fans because being a Mets fan, they hate the Yankees as much as I do. So I'm good with that. Like I'm good with Red Sox fans. We good. Yeah. I'm on that same plane of appreciation of hate.
Yeah, and listen, I am appreciative of all fan bases except for the Nationals. I'm appreciative of all fan bases except for when we play you. Now I'm not appreciative of you unless we sweep you. Then I am. But even if we take 2 out of 3, you know, I don't gloat. You got 1. You know, that's Hall of Fame worthy. You know, 33%. But I don't know. Everything Washington, I hate it. I don't even like I don't even have a hockey team.
Yeah.
I like watching hockey. I don't have a team because the Thrashers are now the Jets. But any team that's playing the Capitals, I'm like, go whatever.
Yeah, my biggest thing is the Winter Classic game every year.
Is that the one that? Yeah, that's the one they play outside, right?
Yeah. This year's was supposed to be.
Look at this redneck getting that right.
This year's was supposed to be in Minneapolis at Target Field. It was supposed to be what freaking teams was it? I can't remember. I think it was the Blues and the Wild.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Yeah, but it's the big outdoor game that they have every year in the stadium, and it's crazy, man. And what I love about it is it brings back old school hockey, that outdoor feel, like how I grew up playing hockey. You know what I mean? Like how, we used to go play pond hockey,
sure.
During the winter. We meet up with a bunch of buddies in your neighborhood, grab your gloves.
That's not fun at all.
Yeah, you grab a fucking hockey stick, gloves, and your skates, and you just, go out there and just hope you don't fall through the fucking ice and have a good time. Like it was just good times. But that's what that game is about. And it's kind of like how NASCAR does the Daytona 500 at the beginning of the season, and it's like it's like a big all-star Super Bowl worthy event.
Yeah,
but it really doesn't have like a meaning. You know what I mean? It's just this huge traditional event that they do, and I love that the NHL brought back that Winter Classic outdoor feel and then incorporated into that stadium setting. So it's pretty neat to see that game, but obviously because of the pandemic, since we've started this podcast, we started last April, so we started this in the beginning of the pandemic, but that's obviously thing that's driving everything right now. So it sucks that that's going to be not going to take place this season. Yeah, because it's a fun game to watch. So Chris Schneier, our OKS Marine, said the lifelong Red Sox fans suck it, Rich.
I don't know what I do to deserve the amount of abuse I get on the comment section, because I'm not even the one who's the NFC East fan. Okay, it's my buddy over here. It's Billy. Like, I don't. And who are the Redskins? I'm sorry. Is that a football team? I've never heard of them.
Yeah. Isn't that the Washington football team?
I don't know. Danique, you're on the panel. What's it going to be called now? I don't even know. Chris, you've got me at a loss for words.
You're just like second time. You're like politely shitting on Chris right now. I think it's fucking. Chris just said you hate old Washington fans.
Oh yeah. Well, I just don't think about the Washington football team because who does? Anyways, I can't even.
Who was that quarterback they had? That rookie RG3 or whatever, was that it? It was supposed to be phenomenal, and he became a washout. Yeah. What happened to him? What's happened to him?
Well, here's the thing: their ownership can't keep the field clean and at least playable for like a high school game, much less an NFL game. And he blew out his knee. But that's true. Listen. I'm not stating opinion. I'm stating facts. Okay, guys, listen. Okay, opinion would be Joe Biden's an idiot. See how that works? An opinion will be I can't think of one right now because I've stated two facts right here. So sorry, I know we don't do politics. I know
politics. We don't do politics. We don't do politics because we don't know how to pronounce the words now. So we don't do politics. We don't talk about politics and religion. We don't talk about politics and religion.
Both of which I've talked about tonight.
Yeah, thank you for getting us banned on every platform.
Well, Twitch won't ban us. We're too new.
Let's toast to that.
Listen, I don't understand why I get so much. Baltimore just released RG3. I guess that's what he's talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
He was still in the league?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because while what's his name? Lamar was hurt. Yeah, it was RG3 filling in because they're exactly right. They're both they're so much alike. They're basically the same person. They're both
trash quarterbacks.
Black quarterbacks, but how racist you got to be, Baltimore. Yeah, I'm calling them out. I don't care. They're not the same. You don't watch Lamar Jackson and watch RG3 and say, "Oh, they're like the same kind of quarterback." That's like saying, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady are the same kind of quarterback because, they're in the Super Bowl." That's so stupid. Anyways, don't get me started. I could go on for hours. I need my own sports podcast is what I need. What's Liberty Risk doing? They need a Tuesday night podcast or something.
Tuesday night sports special.
That's my new thing. I don't understand it.
I didn't even know RG3 was still even in the fucking league. Like I thought he was just like.
Well, he's
like
not
what,
right now.
Like what's his name from the washout from the Browns or the Bank, whatever his name was. Was it?
Did you say the Browns? Pick one.
What's his name? Damn it, I can't remember his damn name.
Are you talking about Robert or Manziel?
Was it? Yes,
Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, was it Johnny Football or whatever?
Johnny Football.
Why was he called that? That pissed me off every time I heard that.
He's playing in a 7-on-7 league now. The only reason I know that's because I listen to podcasts.
7-on-7 league? Oh, is that fan-driven league or whatever it is?
Maybe. Have you ever watched 7-on-7 football?
It's so stupid.
Don't blink. It's over. It just I officiate it in the summer at UGA, and it's so fast. It's so fast.
It's it's almost as entertaining as arena football.
No, arena's much more entertaining. They have explosions and stuff.
Oh, they do. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about this real quick, and I just want to get your feel on this. The Rock, now Dwayne Johnson, he now owns the XFL.
I heard that. I literally think that was a bailout buy to help Vince McMahon because they're super close. That's what I think that was.
Are we going to get into wrestling now?
If you want to, because I
think The Rock's going to do something with it. Oh, I know, me too. I think The Rock's actually going to do something with it. I thought initially he was just buying it to bail him out. I'm with you.
Make a movie about it and star in it like he's done everything else?
I think they're going to do a league again.
And what? So he can try to revive a football career?
First off, hang on, pause. Time out.
What I'm saying,
Rampage was one of the
facts. Stop that right now. Don't say that. Don't finish that movie. We're done.
Of all time.
That's it. Okay, everyone, we're finished. Show's over. Like, don't ever fucking say that again. That is horrible. That is a horrible statement. We're friends. We're friends.
I gotta be honest.
And I expect better from you. I expect better from you as a friend.
Jumanji's not bad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm here all night, guys. Tip your waiters and waitresses.
Oh my God, I want to
specifically you, Chris. Listen, let's be honest, Chris. Hey, everybody in the comment section, not just Chris, Fatboy745. I hope I get those numbers right. Chris, 2 beers. I'm just having fun. Okay.
Pamela said, "Legit question, Mick."
Damn, what the hell?
Fucking tan.
I've had some beers. All right. Smoke some cigars. With my Marlboro Reds, because I want to feel myself die when I smoke.
Have like an old school Newport 100.
So, give me one of them Salems. It's like that big around.
Parliament. You want to smoke a Parliament?
Oh my
God, how many times you been out the smoke deck? I remember when I was on the Way City, there was a Bosa's mate that came out and he had a pack of Parliaments and he's packing it, right? And our fucking MACS, our Master Arms Senior Chief, goes, "What the fuck are those?" Meanwhile, our MACS smoked like fucking Camel non-filter wines, like Lucky Strikes. So he was like, "Cigarettes?" He goes, "No, they're not." He goes, don't light that up. And he was like, "Oh, okay, Senior Chief." And he keeps packing it. He goes, "Don't light up one of those things." So what does he do? Fucking thought he was joking around, lights up the cigarette. This fucking Senior Chief smacked that shit out of his fucking mouth. And he hit the cherry just enough so it like exploded. And he goes, "You are never welcome back here ever again. Leave." Like it just fucking kicked him off the smoke pit.
See, what people don't know is on a ship, I don't know about a carrier, but on a ship, there's only really one smoking deck.
Yep.
So you get kicked off that one. Yeah, on the Phil C, it was the port side breezeway.
That's what ours was. It was a port side breezeway. Yep.
So ironically, that's where I went.
So you could shut the weather barrier doors when we're in rough seas, and you can still smoke.
Yes. Yes.
You came up that doorway through Oak just before you went topside to Oak Country and up to the bridge. You went through the passageway, which was a fan room, and then you fucking
bringing back memories.
Quick right there in the breezeway. Shut that fucking door in high seas and fucking smoke the.
And then you're like, And then you're like, you forgot where you put your cigarettes because you were so worried about closing all the
shit.
all the
Down on
dogs.
the fucking top of the engine fucking module. Son of a
Somebody
bitch.
give me a cigarette. I'll pay you back. And then you didn't see that person again. You could always tell when it was right before payday. Listen, I just want to say real quick, hang on, I'm gonna come back to that thought. Pam, I love you too. You're great. She's great. Hopefully one day she'll come on the show. Listen, Pam does something that I cannot ever do. She skydives regularly.
What?
Yes, Pam see, planes go up, right? And they have no mechanical issues or nothing. They're not gonna crash, and she still jumps out of them. I don't know why you would do that.
Like I want to be like, do you have like a way like you want your funeral to go? Like, have you thought about this? Like a really fucked up way?
Yes.
Like, I want to be take my body, parachute, drop me out of a plane, and strategically place me as everyone's at like the fucking cemetery, but I want the casket open, and I want the parachute to guide my naked dead body over the casket, and then I want it to fucking unclip 5 feet above the casket so that I fall into the casket perfectly, and it just slams shut, and then it slams down to the bottom. And then,
what's wrong with you?
And then everyone there is going to realize why they have a shovel in their hand, because they have to bury me immediately. That's what I want to happen. That's my. And you know what's great about it? We live in a time that hopefully I got a good another 40, maybe 50 years of, good. And the advances in technology will make this capable, because I mean, the internet only came around like 20, 30 years ago for all of us to fucking use. GPS is kind of new. All right. So take my fat, naked body, drop me out of a plane, and fucking watch this parachute elegantly. Like, and I want music to play, like some kind of like Enya or like the fucking like Celtic women or something very magical. And I want it to like glide over the casket, and then everyone's watching, and I'm just like literally, and the parachute has to open up in the middle of my back, so I'm dick down. So like when I'm gliding over this, it's just everyone seeing everything, and just fall into the fucking casket, right? And then
what is wrong with you?
Shut, drop 6 feet, and that has to happen instantly. Like as soon as I unhinge from the parachute, it has to go casket, shut, ground, and then you all just dump the fucking soil.
I could picture like a bunch of old ladies like, why do we have shovels? And like, there's this one kid going, Mom. Not now.
You know what? Right? Even better. Chris has a great idea. First off, Pamela goes, Billy, that's amazing.
Pam, you don't get to judge that. No. So you jump off perfectly good planes alive.
Pamela, you know what? Me and you will get together. We'll plan this whole fucking event out. You can kick it off if you want. Like if I go before you do, you could be like, watch this, pop smoke, it's fucking crazy. We'll have like a fucking Steve Tyler,
Leonard Skinner cover band.
Fucking Keith Richards will still be alive. He can play the fucking music. He's never dying.
He could do the Star Spangled Banner better than that crap we got this past weekend.
Chris says this. He goes, but you're dead. No need for the shoot. Line it up old school like the Bombers. Bombs away. We could try it.
Yeah.
That's the way I want to go. That's literally, I'm not even kidding. Like, that's the way I want to go.
I don't know.
Or I want to be cremated.
Yeah.
And you know those big fucking Hurricane fans they have in the gyms during like high school sporting events to get the air circulation? I want you to take my ashes and find like the persons that I hate the most and go into their house, and then take my ashes and start the fan up and throw them into the fan and spread it all over their fucking house so that I'm always there with them just to piss them off.
That's an amazing revenge prank.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That's a long play because they can't get you back.
No, they can't.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. And then like if they're right there and they inhale it, and on some of them like on the side of them, you can't like you could vacuum up the other shit and clean it up. You're like, I'll clean it up. But if you inhale me,
bro, your depression is a lot different than mine.
It really is. It's like you should sit in on one of my therapy sessions with my fucking counselor at the VA. They're very impressed. Like I'm
gonna have to start going back to see my counselor.
He's like pulling out textbooks from when he was in school. He's like, I've never ever taught anything about this.
I got my doctorate in abnormal psychology, and you're confusing me.
I need you to explain this, Pamela. Can you do the popcorn kernel thing if you're cremated, though? Like,
listen, let's be realistic. Pamela, you can explain that when you come on the show.
Fair enough.
Pamela. So Pamela is Pam is gonna actually let's go ahead and talk about it because I got it on. Pam is the next is one of the next warriors for Leashes of Valor.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
She was listen, I don't hey Pam, I'm spilling your business. She was fair, right. She was supposed to go in May with a big group up to Patriots Point. However, Leashes has done some different things this year.
Oh, that's what it is. You eat popcorn kernels before you die, and they pop inside you as you're cremated. Oh, that is fucking amazing. That's happening. That is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know what just happened there.
That's awesome, Pamela. You're gonna have a blast.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So Pam has she's getting a dog from Leashes of Valor, and I'm really excited for her. She actually reached out to me right after I graduated, because my video was going around through Leashes, and she was already in the process, that application process at that time. Awesome. So she reached out to me, and the other day she goes, she sent me something basically like, "Oh my God," and I'm like, "What's up?" You know, and she's like, "I'm going to Leashes of Valor in a couple weeks, not in May." And guys, listen, I'm a dude. I don't care. I had tears in my eyes because I know how much Carrie, who is my service dog from Leashes, I know how much Whiskey is, which is your elite service dog. Yep. Hugh, who's normally on the show.
She always falls asleep during the show. She's like goes in her room. Like she knows I'm doing the podcast, and she like goes in my room and either gets on my bed or gets in her bed and just like I heard her snoring on the last show. It was fucking obnoxious. But
Carrie's about 5 feet from me now, and she's sound asleep. But they provide the service dog for all of our new people. They provide service dogs for post 9/11 veterans with PTSD, MSTs, and TBIs. Yep. More of the internal stuff as opposed to the external.
It make me stay crazy, like how I want my funeral planned out.
I was playing a disc golf tournament last weekend. Yeah, last weekend, not this past weekend, the weekend before. And I was like, which I finished in the top 5. Anyways, and
the humble plug.
I told you I can plug well. I got 3 kids, and she was giving me more anxiety in practice rounds than she was taking away. So we had a moment where I was like, "You're supposed to take away my anxiety, not give me anxiety. So can you get your shit together?"
You know, I'm not gonna. And that's funny you say that because, you know, I do photography and stuff like that. So, and I've been on a ton of photo shoots with Whiskey, my service dog, and sometimes Whiskey in hand.
And sometimes Whiskey. We all can't work for Playboy.
She's done great. Like I had a big photo shoot. There was like 300. It was a big convention event. There was 300 people in this one area. There was like a dining facility, and there was a stage, and they had guest speakers. And I had to walk around and take photos of the whole event. And I had Whiskey up against the wall, and she literally laid down and fell asleep at the event, which was great. Yeah. But then there's been other events where I was the same way, and she during one of the events she almost knocked over my tripod, which would have, if that fell, would have broke like a $6,000 camera setup between the lights, the lenses, and the camera. So then we did another event at Makers, and I left her back at Hugh's house one time because I was getting anxiety thinking about her going to the event.
Yeah.
All the walking around we had to do. So sometimes it's a very, what I call it is, and even me, even though I've had Whiskey since, you know, we're going into our 2nd year together.
Wow.
You know, so I've had her since October of 19. It's still a dance because we're still new. And this pandemic really caused a huge problem. For months, because I was, because of my situation, I'm single parent. I was scared to get the coronavirus. God forbid anything happened and I got it and didn't make it. So I was very scared to leave the house. So me and Whiskey were just in the house. So her training kind of went like this. It was still there, but it was those extra moments. So it is. So. And I think anyone that has a service dog, they'll tell you that it really is a dance, and then you get in this groove where you understand the dog. And she understands you, or he understands you, and it's amazing. But what's really truly amazing is that bond.
Mm-hmm.
When that dog looks at you and goes, "You're my human, motherfucker."
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So we got some pretty rough news today in our community, and I just really messed me up in the head, right?
Yeah.
And man, Carrie was like Johnny on the spot. She was right there. Just right up against me, and just she just knew, and like I made it very clear to like not like put that out there that how I was feeling, but she knew, and she made it a lot easier. So
yeah, and that information we got as a service dog, community, we're not like. Please don't call it like write in and ask us like what happened, blah blah blah, because people do that every show. We're not going to talk about it. It's a private event. We'll just say that we all had a reaction, and what Rich is getting at is that our service dogs pick up on that because they're so highly trained from Leashes of Valor that they can sense even when you're just sitting there and you might not think you're having an anxiety attack or going through a moment, but the dog does. The dog senses that. Man. And the amazing part is I don't know how many times I've caught Whiskey alerting to me, and she has a few different ways she does it. Sometimes she acts like a clown, and she'll like literally she will spring up from the floor and jump in my lap and start licking my face.
Yes,
like she puts her paws up on my shoulder and literally looks me in the face, and she goes, "I'm going to kiss you now."
Yep, that's what Carrie did today.
Yeah. So it's
Carrie, I was actually driving. Carrie was in the back seat of my car. It was about a month ago, and we passed one of those places that my dad, who passed away in, is an instant where your dog notices. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say within seconds. It's Pamela. Think of it this way. If I don't know if she has kids or not. Does she have kids?
She does. Yeah, she's got Wyatt.
So Pamela, if you got you have your child and they fall and hurt themselves, right? That delay where you go, are they okay? It's kind of the same thing, and then you react. It's the same. The dog will go, wait, they okay? Nope, they're not. Okay, I gotta go. So it's kind of if that makes sense.
Carrie gives me a look like.
Whiskey does the same thing. She looks at me like, "Bitch, you good?" I say, "You the bitch." She goes, "I am the bitch."
Yeah. Well, other than Carrie sleeps all the time.
So does Whiskey. Whiskey does this thing now is she doesn't like her bed. She wants blankets. So she pulls the fleece blankets off my bed and then walks them over to her bed and then puts them how she wants them and literally like kicks them and like uses her nose to like move them and then makes a bed and then looks at me and go find other blankets. I'm like, oh, I'm glad that you're comfortable. It's 30 degrees out. I'm cold. So I think we lost Rich. Well, you know what, folks? I'm going to call it there. Rich's feed, unfortunately, he has technical difficulties, and we ran over an hour, which is usually where we cut it off anyway. So don't forget to go check out our all our social media pages. We are on all the social media outlets. You can check us out at libertyriskpodcast.com. And oh, hold on. Rich is back.
My computer died.
Your computer died. Well, I was calling it a night anyway. Rich, you got any closing words for all our wonderful viewers before we wrap this fiasco up?
Welcome to the party, Twitch, specifically Fatboy745. We're welcome. Yeah. You're always welcome here, man. We will take you. Hey, listen, we love everybody. Keep your heads up. We know it's a tough time right now. We're gonna get through this. And
absolutely,
Billy, you're one sexy motherfucker.
Yeah, I try, bro. It's not easy to fucking wake up and look this good, man. You know, this body takes work, specifically pizzas and tacos, but it's a dedication that I'm committed to. So
I'm so proud. You're so dedicated.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. Rich, thank you for coming on here with us tonight. Hugh, we'll see Hugh next week. Like I said, Hugh's got work obligations, but check us out right there at libertyriskpodcast.com. It's got everything, past episodes, clips, pictures, all our social media content. And also don't forget to go to Apple and Spotify. Look us up at libertyriskpodcast.com.
Rate
Please,
and review.
yes, please 5-star the shit out of that so we can get higher up. Remember, back in a few months ago, we were ranked the number 6 veteran podcast out there by Podcast Magazine. So we want to keep that track record going. But we appreciate everyone watching, and you all have a good night. And we'll see you next Monday at 7:30. Y'all take it easy.
See everybody.